I'm Sarah Beckley.
And I'm Brianna Forgione.
Tonight at 8, a student murders his teacher.
And a volcano erupts for the first time in decades. A 13-year-old boy armed with a...
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
A 13-year-old boy armed with a crossbow and knife killed a teacher at his school in Barcelona, Spain. He also injured 2 other teachers and 2 students. After seeing some kids crying in the school courtyard, gym teacher David Herando rushed to the scene. He found the boy holding a knife in his hand, but the boy didn't appear to be himself. Herando reports that he was speaking and acting almost like a robot. Teachers described the boy as being a fantastic student who always behaved wonderfully in class. After the attack, the boy was admitted for testing at the Barcelona hospital.
David Petraeus will be shelling out $100,000 for leaking military secrets. The former CIA director is on probation after revealing military information to a biographer writing his book. At the time, the two were having an affair.
Police say Father James Corey Orr left his toddler son in a hot car, and the boy died later in the day. Corey Orr brought his 2-year-old to the liquor store where he purchased a bottle of gin. He proceeded to drink it on his way home and fell asleep inside of his house, but his son was left alone in the car. Temperatures in the Phoenix area topped 90 degrees on the day of this incident. The boy's mother found the boy unconscious in the backseat of the car a few hours later. Corey Orr is being accused of suspicion of manslaughter and child abuse.
A volcano erupts for the first time in more than 4 decades. And it didn't just happen once, it happened twice. The volcano in Chile is called Calbuco. The first eruption happened on Wednesday. The National Geology and Mining Service says that the second eruption happened today, and it was much stronger than the first one. So far, about 1,500 people evacuated the area.
Police in New Jersey are warning parents to keep their children and small pets inside after a series of coyote attacks. 2 dens were discovered near a local elementary school. One incident occurred when a coyote began attacking a police car by chewing at its tires. Animal control claims that this is not normal behavior for a coyote, and the animal was killed. A second incident occurred later on in the same day when a man was chased and bitten by a coyote while walking his dog. The man received 4 rabies shots as a precaution. Another coyote attacked a man who was working in his yard as well as his dog. This particular one tested positive for rabies and was euthanized.
Up next, Mac and Cheese brand is changing its look. Stay with us.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first little thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
A Scranton police officer delivered a baby on Wednesday. Officer James Golden saw a woman lying in the grass, and at first he thought that the woman fell. It didn't take long before he realized that the woman was in labor. The ambulance hadn't arrived yet, and the woman began pushing, and Officer Golden caught the baby. The whole birth took almost 2 minutes.
A woman has died and 23 others were sickened by a suspected botulism outbreak. After a potluck lunch at an Ohio church, the 54-year-old woman died. 50 to 60 people attended the lunch this past Sunday. Botulism is a rare but serious paralytic illness caused by a nerve toxin from a type of bacteria. It is usually linked to contaminated food. Health officials sent botulism antioxidants, to those who were showing symptoms of this illness.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is getting a makeover. The brand is known for its orange cheese color, but it's time to say sayonara. In an effort to be healthier, Kraft is removing the food coloring and artificial preservatives. Although the mac and cheese may look a little different, the brand is keeping its same cheesy flavor.
Stay here for some entertainment news.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Kylie Jenner's famous lips are encouraging teenage girls across the country to emulate the 17-year-old star's looks. Girls are participating in what has been labeled the Kylie Jenner Challenge to get fuller lips. The star tweeted, "I'm not here to try and encourage young girls to look like me or think that this is the way they should look. I want to encourage young girls like me to be yourself and not be afraid to experiment with your look."
Oh man, I saw pictures of those lips. That was really scary.
It was.
Spike's new show, Lip Sync Battle, is already renewed for a second season. The game show features 2 celebrities who duke it out to see who's the better lip singer. The show premiered only a few weeks ago and has already been Spike's most watched original series ever.
The popular TV show Full House is making a comeback with Fuller House, and John Stamos made the announcement on Jimmy Kimmel. Candace Cameron, Jodie Sweetin, and Andrea Barber will return to their original roles. Jeff Franklin will continue as the creator, and John Stamos will produce the 13-episode series.
DJ Earworm is headlining USPB's All-American Springfest. For years, DJ Earworm has been making mashups, including the year's top songs. He's most known for his United States top pop songs. There's a 2014 one out right now, which is awesome. The event happens on May 2nd, and it's taking place on the Dion Green from 2 in the afternoon until 10 at night.
Up ahead, Dan Valentino and DJ Chakrabarty will give you your weekly sports.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first of many, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
Welcome back. Dan, what's going on with all of our sports teams?
Thanks, Sarah. It was a good weekend for the baseball team as they swept Susquehanna in 3 very exciting contests. On Saturday, the Royals had to win with some late-game heroics in both games. In Game 1, Scranton was down 6-4 going into the bottom of the 7th, and senior Ross Danzig got the rally started by hitting a solo home run to lead off the inning. Susquehanna then loaded the bases and had a throw-in error which helped the Royals tie the game up. Freshman center fielder Tommy Trotter then won the game with a walk-off single to give Scranton a 7-6 win. In Game 2, Scranton broke a 6th inning tie with a 2-run triple by sophomore shortstop Patrick Odell, who also scored after an error a batter later. That gave the Royals a 5-2 lead that they held on to for the victory. And on Sunday, the Royals clinched a playoff spot with an extra inning thriller. In the bottom of the 11th, junior left fielder Brian Healy hit a sharp grounder to third, which was thrown away on an attempt to throw Healy out. The error helped Danzig race around to score the game winner, giving the Royals another 7-6 win, and more importantly, postseason play. And the Royals game against Ramapo Wednesday has been postponed, which was last night.
The New York Mets have won 11 straight games at home and 13 total games. The team leaders are Lucas Duda with a 3.351 batting average, Muno with a 3.33 batting average, and David Wright with a .33 batting average. Mets hitting and pitching this year has improved drastically. The Mets are in first place in the National League.
The softball team didn't have a good weekend as they lost all 4 of their games. On Saturday, the Royals lost Game 1 to Susquehanna in 8 by a score of 2-1. Freshman Heather Pearson had the game-winning RBI for Susquehanna as she drove in senior Alyssa Cantalini. Senior Gabrielle Santarelli drove in the Royals' lone run, and in Game 2, the Royals were blanked 5-0. On Sunday, Scranton dropped 2 close games to Moravian. Sophomores Christine Kiefer and Shannon Stricker provided the offense for the Royals in both games. Stricker and Kiefer had 2 hits each in the first game, and Kiefer provided Scranton's only run with a home run in a 3-1 loss. In Game 2, Stricker and Kiefer combined for 4 hits and 3 RBIs and 1 home run thanks to Stricker. But Moravian couldn't be stopped as they dominated the rest of the game and scored in the sixth when junior March Schlubson drove in sophomore Madison Newhauser with a single. The Royals are now 12-12 on the year, and their doubleheader against Cazenovia was canceled once again on Tuesday.
The Miami Marlins signed Giancarlo Stanton with a $325 million deal. He was offered this deal after he had hit a home run that traveled 454 feet into the upper tier of the visitors' bullpen. It will be really interesting to see how the Marlins team plays after this change.
Strong performances from junior Ryan Brown and senior Eric Meyer helped propel Scranton's golf team to a 3rd-place finish at the 2015 Empire 8 Conference Championship on Sunday. Brown finished 9th and shot a 72-hole total of 314 for the championships, including an 83 on Sunday. Meyer finished tied for 10th and had a total of 316, with a 78 on Sunday. Corey Haas of St. John Fisher won the individual title with a 72-hole total of 303, including a 71 on Sunday. St. John Fisher also won the team championship with a total score of 1,217. The win gave St. John Fishers their 5th straight title and an automatic bid for the NCAA championships. Meyer's finish today on Sunday marks the 10th time in his career to finish in the top 10. And on Wednesday, the Royals finished second in a quad match against Kings, FDU Florham, and Lycoming. Meyer, who had a 6 over par 77, tied for medalist honors, led Scranton. The Royals also received a helping hand from our very own junior, Carmine Garrity-Jamay, who shot an 85. The Royals are back in action Tuesday, April 28th, when they face Summit University, 1 p.m. at Stonehenge Country Club in Factoryville, PA. That's it for sports. Back to Sarah and Brianna.
Oh, thank you so much, Dan and BJ. I really enjoyed that. Some good stuff going on.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So what did you think of all that snow today?
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. I just want the weather to be consistent.
It was really windy too. I was this
was.
close to walking backwards because the snow just kept
I know,
coming
it
in my
just goes
face.
right at your face. Oh gosh, I hope it starts feeling like spring soon.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this week's edition of Royal News. I'm Sarah Beckley.
And I'm Brianna Forgione.
We'll see you here next week.